Satisfying, yes, yeah, absolutely. Satisfying, particularly, I suppose, from the point of view of the work, how hard the boys worked for the team and for themselves, They managed to generate huge amount of energy onto the pitch and to get that energy exerted on the ball a lot. I think that was kind of the key piece, really. So, yeah, very happy with that aspect of it. This was 17 wides as well, so shooting efficiency was something we'd be disappointed with, and there was one or two line breaks that I wouldn't be happy with either, but they were of our own making as opposed to Cork's making. We dropped the ball, left the ball go through a line. It was within our control to make sure that line break didn't happen, and it did because of an error or two that we made. But having said that, then of course the team ethic kicked in, and fellas got back fast enough to make the telling tackles, the blocks, to make sure that we didn't pay a big price for it. So, most pleased, I suppose, really with our work rate overall.
Do you have any concern as a manager coming into a game like this that maybe that could be missing, that maybe it's just not there after winning 3 and 4 and an indifferent league, that maybe it just isn't there? You never know.
Yeah, I knew I'd be asked that question, to be honest, because listen, I see them on a Tuesday and a Friday, where people see them on a Sunday, and we knew the energy was there and the effort was there on a Tuesday and a Friday from when we came back in January. We did struggle to keep that energy flowing for the full week every week, and at times we didn't get the energy exerted out of the group as a whole on a Sunday during the spring that we would have liked to have had, but it just wasn't there because we had a block of work to do during the week to get prepared for the championship. So it was just a price that we had to pay, I suppose. Really, we were still disappointed with our performances at that stage, but we wouldn't, to answer your question, we wouldn't have at any stage been in any doubt as to what this group were still capable of producing when they get the energy like that on the pitch. But listen, it's still only round one of a round robin, so it's a long road ahead yet. So listen, it's on to next week now, and back to the Gaelic grounds, and I think we owe the Gaelic grounds a better performance now this time around than what we've given in the last number of weeks. So yeah, looking forward to getting that.
Was the switch of Kyle Hayes a response to Seamus Flanagan's injury, or something you've been planning for a while anyway? No,
it was something that we've had in the back of our minds for a number of months now. So no, not a direct reaction to Seamus's injury. No.
And do you feel you have to keep opponents guessing maybe by putting a player like Kyle Hayes into that position, putting him back into attack? Is that
sometimes we have to keep ourselves guessing, never mind the opposition. Listen, I suppose ultimately it's about just getting, I suppose, a balance to our group, and on certain days you feel like you need a little bit more, of a different challenge, I suppose. The energy that Kyle was able to bring to the back of the tackle was incredible today. A difficult challenge, like it's all very well making a change like that, but it's a very difficult ask for a player to, who's played now for 2 seasons at wing back, to be asked to go up and play in that position that he was asked to play in today. And like, not every player can do such a thing, and make it work. And like he didn't get on the ball a lot in the first half. I think 2 possessions, and he got 1-1 from the 2 possessions. But he got his tackle count in. He worked hard. He didn't panic. He kept his composure, and that's the job he was asked to do for the team today, and he did.
That David Burns' performance and winning back was crucial, wasn't it? Especially in the first half, before he got some big points he needed.
He was very, very helpful, I suppose, in that. Like, we were struck hard by Cork early in the first half and early in the second half. They came with a lot of energy and scored a really good goal straight off the throw-in. Great goal. And we struggled a bit there in that first 10 minutes. Conditions were hard, to play into that breeze. Just took us a bit of time to settle into the game. Cork were coming off the back of a league semi-final, league final, so for them to start quick wouldn't have surprised us, given that they had played those games. We just needed a steadying hand, and Diarmuid, offered that steadying hand with those long-range frees there. He was very solid. I've missed 2 now, mind you, that he would be disappointed with himself, that he would expect himself to put over, but he got the 3 that kind of settled us into the game. And like it was really nip and tuck. That first 25, 27 minutes was really tight. Like I think it was 1-7, 1 apiece, 1-5 apiece, 1-4 apiece. It was really, really tight, and the game was, hanging in the balance there, just for somebody to actually go and get into a more dominant phase of play, and we found that just before half time. So we lost it again straight after half time. First 5 minutes I was disappointed with after the half time whistle, but we settled ourselves and composed ourselves and started to get some scores and get the scoreboard ticking over.
How important did you think there was 2 excellent saves there, one just before half time, one after half time? How much of an influence do you think that had on the game?
Massive, yeah, because listen, Cork teams feed off of that oxygen of goal scoring, and they always have done in the past. So, if you can, for as much as you possibly can, keep that energy feeder, to a minimum, it makes a difference. So, yeah, I think, there were good chances, but at the same time, I would say that, the quality of our defending in those crucial moments was superb, and obviously Nicky's saves were incredible.
And that second one in particular, it just came with Cork's, the restart of the second half and the same intensity start of the first half. Did you think that took the wind out of their sails a bit and allowed us to...
I don't know. I think, no, I wouldn't have noticed a drop off for the following 15 minutes in their energy. No, I didn't, definitely. So they still they were still creating chances, but I just think that we started to find a bit more control in the game for ourselves and possession wise. So and we were using the ball well.
John, just Mike Casey coming back after 2 years must have been delighted to see him back.
Yeah, listen, we've kind of moved on from that part of it now, to be honest. He came back in the league and made his debut again, if you like, coming back after the injury. So he's moved on now. We've all moved on from that, He's no longer the centre of attention in our group. He got his little nod, But listen, at the same time, it's great to see him back, But we need everybody, and we need him for as much and as often and long as we can. So, we've lost a few players. Brian O'Grady did his cruciate ligament 2 weeks ago in training. Darren O'Connell was out for a number of weeks, which ankle ligaments still is out. Seamus Flanagan obviously hurt his finger, was out. So we've had a lot to contend with over the last number of weeks, an awful lot to contend with. So this is our 3rd ACL now in 7 months, So it's hard on the players. So Brian is the latest now to have to go through that journey. So it's been difficult, yeah.
Your bench, John, massive impact, giving you a headache, a 6-day turnaround.
I know, listen, delighted for the lads, lads, they all made an impact and all contributed, even if it was only for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it was, they have to make that impact and give the energy, and delighted for them lads, yeah, absolutely.
John, just by even calling on him, you can't play under 20 now, what do you make of that?
Listen, it's disappointing that we're penalising our best players, we could make this work, Managements could make this work now in a modern era. We monitor their loads for everything they do. If they go to the gym or if they're with the 20s, we can make these things work. It's a pity they've gone down this route, because I don't believe that it's the issue of burnout. These players we look after. If Cahill was playing Wednesday night, he wouldn't train with us on Tuesday night. Clearly, he'd be rested from now until. And he's only playing, he came on today and played for whatever, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So, there's no reason why he couldn't play on Wednesday night. And at the same time not be put in danger of further injury.
And Waterford obviously won the league final in fairly emphatic style and won again today. So what kind of a battle are you expecting?
One that's going to demand a lot of energy anyway, that's for sure. They've been hip to hip with us now for a couple of years, and they're a fine side. Great respect for them as a group, but the onus is on us within our group now to bring our the greatest amount of energy we can now next Saturday evening, and to look for further improvements in our own performance. It's 17 wides today, we can't have that. That's too high a number. We have to get more efficient in our shooting, so there's a piece to go after there this week. There's a few line breaks that we'll need to go back and have a look at again to make sure that they don't happen as well. turned over a few balls at certain times, you know, where we didn't just make the right decision, so our decision making has to sharpen up. So listen, hopefully the game today will bring that on. Our decision making will improve as we go along. Our shooting efficiency will improve as it goes along. It has done in the past each year. We've improved our shooting efficiency as the championship has proceeded. But to go back to your question, yes, we'll be expecting a massive